All right, your next comedian coming to the stage. Please forgive me if I mess up your last name here, but help me welcome to the stage Miss Cheryl Guibert.
I truly have to say that's a first. A gooey bear. I've been a goober most of my life, and that's not right either. My first name is Cheryl. My last name is Guibert, and they've been kind enough at work to shorten that up and call me Goober. Yeah, I had to call down here and let them know that if anybody showed up to come see me tonight, that we'd be coming with the party of Goober. That was interesting. Life's about choices. When I was 12 years old, I decided to take a long look around me and said, you know what, we are nothing but a bunch of punk-ass kids, and I can't for the life of me understand why any adult with a freedom to choose would want to have them in their life. So at that point I chose, I am not going to have any children, I don't care for them. Somebody asked, which one do you love the most? Well, I don't know how you could love the first one after what it just did to you. I saw that once. I felt really good about my choices. Yes, I did. But for some ironic reason, I drive a school bus. Falcon District 49 is in the house. I gotta say, people say, oh, you must have the patience of a god. No, I only have to deal with them for 24 minutes. The pay's good and there's benefits. Yeah, I was driving a bunch of middle schoolers, and I have to say that the middle schoolers today are absolutely as nasty as we were when I was a kid. They're any better. They're not any better. Actually, though, they've learned some language I don't know how to say. I don't understand it. It's called hood phonics. I don't know. It's something I can't pronounce. But I had this middle school bus full of kids, and they're back there, and I don't know what they've been teaching in school, but one had mouthed off something, and another one would scream, that's racist. Somebody else would say something, that's racist. I listened to that for about 3 days, and I had about had my fill. And I picked up my little microphone off the side and said, excuse me, but I think you children ought to go home and look up the word racist. And then when you're done doing that, why don't you try prejudice? Because I think you got it all wrong. And I put my little microphone down, got the last 2 kids off the bus. Well, the next day, here comes one of them, another one, that's racist. And one of my loudest, most obnoxious, biggest pains in my butt, the one child out of 60-some children that I really didn't care for, goes, I looked that up last night, that was prejudice. I had a moment of pride. Because we are the driving force of education, and I have just taught them something. So I picked up my little microphone and I went, yo, I am so proud of you. You really did go home and you looked this up. I said, for you that didn't, let me explain what the difference is between racist and prejudiced. Racist is when I say, I hate all green-eyed children. Prejudiced is when I say, I hate all children. I am not a racist. Okay? My middle schoolers and I, we had to come to an understanding. My very first day of driving middle school for District 49, I went into the one parking lot through training that I had never been in before, and I followed the arrows like a dumbass. Just because there's arrows doesn't mean that's how we're going to do it. And so I take the right turn, and I get halfway over there, and I hear from the back of my bus, and amongst 60-some children, yo ho, that's the wrong way. I just stopped the bus. I'm looking in the mirror. I know I'm not going to be able to figure out who did this, and ain't nobody going to tell. I went, picked up the little microphone. I like that little microphone. It has a volume control, too. And I said, excuse me, this may be my first day driving, y'all, and I may not know where I'm going, and I may be really new with this. But I'm pretty sure that doesn't qualify me for hoe. I know what those qualifications are, and this ain't it. So please, do not call me a hoe again. Yeah, I got to say, you know, we working where I work, we learn things every day. I mean, my life at District 49, driving bus with them guys, it's a learning experience, and every day I learn a little something new. And at 50 years old, I thought I knew everything there was to know about the male anatomy. Till I met the mechanics. Now we got one mechanic who's got a very fine butt. I proceeded to make a couple of comments about that in the break room while he was trying to bend over and pick his soda pop up out of the vending machine. I said, look at the pockets on that boy over there. He now has a nickname, Hot Pockets. Love him dearly. I touch it every chance I get without being too rude. Just a little pat here and there just to make me feel better about my day. But I also was informed that there's a part of the male anatomy that I didn't know what it, I had been mistaken all these years what it was called. Here, let me show you. That's a dicky-doo. They call that a dicky-doo because it sticks out further than his dicky-doo. I felt really bad for him because it really wasn't that large. But they're armed with this information. I couldn't help myself. I had to go into the office where the director is and the old trainers and the routers and our student liaison, who I must say has one fine dicky-doo. I walked up to him and I patted him on that belly and I said, woo, baby, that is one fine looking dicky-doo you've got that in your head. And he looked up at me like I had lost my mind. And I said, well, I was just informed that that is called a dicky-doo because it sticks out further than your dicky-doo. And then I stopped and I thought about it a second and I looked at it and I went, yeah, no. If that doesn't stick out further than your dicky-doo, I'm scared to death of you. Yeah, I gotta say, it's a treat. Yeah, I got a jacket when I worked up in Montana driving a school bus, and on the back it's got this big emblem and it says, I'm the bus driver. Well, I thought that was like saying, I'm the shit. You know, I thought they got it because they thought I was cool. And a great bus driver. Oh, I'm coming down here. And I came to find out the reason they did that is because every time I took them middle schoolers on a field trip, they lost me in them. So they gave me a big bright yellow jacket that says, I'm the bus driver. Yeah, it's the little one down there in the yellow. That's the one driving. Yeah, give her. Yeah. It also says, transporting the world's most precious cargo. Yeah, they get precious every time I see the back of their heads going off the back of my bus. I do this job and I get great validation because at the end of the day, after I put up with a busload of mouthy little middle schoolers, I go home and I say, you know what? I am incredibly grateful that I made the choice I did. Woo! None of them in my house. Yeah. I've come to a place in my life though where I've decided I really don't care what people think of me. I don't care how fat I get. I live alone. I'm the only one doing me. It doesn't matter. I will take me home every night and sleep with me. Been once or twice I told you I said, let's take a shower because I ain't, we ain't going there. Other than that, it's been pretty good. I gotta say, life, like I say, life's about choices. I was 20 years old drinking like a crazy person and I decided that alcohol and me were having a problem. I found myself passed out on my car, in front of my car, across the street from my car. And so I made one of the biggest choices I thought I could ever make in my life. I was going to get control of this alcohol. I joined the Navy. That'll keep you sober. Yeah. Turned 21, fresh out of boot camp from the 7th Fleet. Had just come home. Yeah, wish I could remember that weekend. I think I'm really close to the end of my time, you guys. I am so grateful for everybody that came out here tonight and all the other comedians. Thanks.